When we began the program in the year 2000, feeding about 1,500 children in 5 government schools on Tumkur Road. And in the next 15 or 18 years, we had touched about 20 lakh children feeding. The mission of Akshaya Patra to see that no child in our country is deprived of education because of hunger. Akshaya Patra began 23 years back in the ISKCON temple, which is right around the corner here. When we began the program in the year 2000, we had a very modest and simple thought that we have a festival kitchen in our temple, which is used only about 5 or 6 days in a year. Why don't we cook some meat and serve in schools, in government schools? This is how we began feeding about 1,500 children in 5 government schools, not very far from here on Tumkur Road. Initially, when we went to the schools, we met the headmaster or headmistress and told them, we want to come and feed your school children. And in a government school, they were used to having someone from Rotary Club, somebody come and distribute some sweets or something once in a day to the children. But we said, no, we want to come every day and feed the children. They were pleasantly surprised and welcomed us. So in 5 schools, we started providing meals. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, we once again went to the school to hear what was going on, what was the feedback from the teachers and the headmasters. We were pleasantly surprised that we were told that the news had spread in the village around that a meal is being served and more children are turning out in the school than it was before. And we also heard that there were many more children who were enrolled but were not coming, and now they started showing up. And the teachers also said that the energy level of the children is so high that is inspiring not only other children, inspiring the teachers to teach better. So we got a little bit encouraged to continue what we were doing. The next important thing that happened for Akshaya Patra was, in the next few months, we received many letters written by headmasters of schools and headmistresses of schools, telling that we see your vehicle carrying food pass in front of our school. Can you please stop and feed our children also? Please remember, this was in the year 2000. At that time, there was no national cooked meal program in the country. It was a few years after that. There was a program to distribute dry ration in the year 2000. If a student attends about 80% of the days in a month, the child would get about 3 kilos of rice or something. That was the kind of a program that was prevalent in our country, except in a few states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Gujarat had a cooked meal program. Otherwise it was dry ration distribution. And in the next few months, we received many such requests from headmasters of schools in Bangalore. And one day we added all of that and found that there were requests for 30,000 children. And we thought that this is to feed 30,000 children. Every day we are now feeding about 1,500 children. It was a daunting thought. I never wanted to get into it. And somehow we just heard about innovation. So we thought that we should somehow do something, and we visited Dharmasthala in Karnataka, where they have a temple and there is a big massive cooking feeding program that happens. I think many people are familiar with that. We went and visited their kitchen, and they invited us and they took us around and they showed us the kitchen and the serving, and they were feeding about 40,000 people every day, and they were serving in the premises where it was being cooked. And at the end of the tour of the kitchen, a senior person from the temple who was taking us around, just before he sent us off, he said, "Be very careful. Not easy to, it may be exciting to start the program, but not easy to sustain the program. Be very careful in starting any such feeding program." Because we told them that we wanted to do a bigger feeding program. So this was the context, and in the year 2001, we set up a kitchen to prepare meals for 30,000 children right in the backyard of the temple, and we started serving in Bangalore, 30,000 children. And the next important milestone for Akshaya Patra was, in the year 2002 or 3, the government of India announced a national cooked meal program, and the government welcomed us to partner with them and gave a certain contribution for every meal. That was a big support for us to scale up the program. And then we went to another city, another state, and on and on. And in the next 15 or 18 years, we had touched about 20 lakh children feeding, and that is how today we have 67 kitchens in the country, and we are serving about 22 lakh meals every day. It was with the partnership of the government, support of donors, individual donors, business houses, foundations, and the day-to-day operations carried out with a missionary spirit by the ISKCON devotees. This triangulation, the government, partnership, support from the donor institutions, and the committed and compassionate daily efforts of the missionaries. And these were the three important factors which made us grow. In fact, there was another fourth apex point that I would like to point out. You know, when you do a program of a certain volume, you can do it with simple common sense. But after a certain point, you need professionalism. So in Akshaya Patra too, we realized that. And once we had touched about 5 lakh meals, we started having professionals join us to strengthen the program. And so today, I would say not just a triangulation, but it's a quadrant of government partnership, donor support, compassionate, committed endeavor every day, and the professionalism brought by the professionals of Akshaya Patra. That is what is making us go on and on. Today we are about 9,000 people organization all over the country, and every day, every one of our team members in the Akshaya Patra, they have one single focus. We have to cook a nutritious, tasty, and a safe meal to children, deliver it in the schools so that children have meals and they are free from classroom hunger, and they are able to focus on studies and get educated so that they will be able to negotiate their lives much better with education. I would like to close by mentioning one important factor. We all know our country is doing very well in terms of our economic growth. And this is an unstoppable development that is going to continue for the next few decades. If children in our country are not well fed and if they are not well educated, they will not be able to take advantage of the development that's happening in our country. And hence, the mission of Akshaya Patra to see that no child in our country is deprived of education because of hunger continues to be an important focus of our activity. Once again, thanking you all in different capacities. You have been a supporter of Akshaya Patra, and thanking all of you very earnestly from the bottom of my heart in your support and participation in this national development program of our country. Thank you. Namaste. Hare Krishna.